I had this thought to share this morning. I received a comment on a video and it said, Black people survived 400 years of slavery. Your God is a psychopath. I have sat with that comment for days, letting God develop it. Truth is, that comment hits close to home. How can we believe in a loving God when there is so much harm in the world? My story. I went to marriage counseling to save my marriage. He left after 2 sessions. I stayed for 3 years. She birthed in me a love of psychology and self accountability. Those sessions ended, and I bought subscriptions and I listened to lectures. I really do love the science. In the end, though, I had a lot of useful information, but not a lot of life change. Then I went to church after being away for 15 years and believing I was agnostic. The church I was invited to like 10 to 15 times, starting at year one. I'm stubborn. I went in the end because in the same month, I was invited 4 times by 3 different people. I thought I was being punked, but it really did change my life because it connected me to God in a way I've never been before. As I created this God space and began to read the Bible, I began to see the psychology principles within the Bible. These principles began to be seated in my life as I began to have life experiences, and those life experiences and the God space were changing my belief system, one faulty belief at a time. By 2020, I had had this mass edification of my personhood, and I could feel like the shift in my being. And then last year, 2024, my life began to implode as everything that I would define as Keisha, me, was taken away from me. Every system in my life was under attack. I'm also as close to God as I can possibly be. I am like Daniel. I really do try to do the absolute best in character and goodness, especially towards people. I'm not perfect, but I really do try hard. Next came suffering and pain as every person around me tries to rewrite history. Who I was as a wife, who I am as a mother, who I am as a church member, who I am as a respiratory therapist, who I am in my family. All of this is happening when I literally am my best self. And I'm the most connected to God that I've ever been. I am in this season of suffering and lack of control, surrounded by lies and enemies and harm. And you realize, then the Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to tend and keep it. Genesis chapter 2, verse 15, NKJV. Suffering in the world is ours to solve. Suffering represents there are not enough of us walking in purpose. God made a world where people get to choose. The good and the bad people live in this world, especially in the church. That means this world is full of trauma and pain and suffering. I have experienced the worst of childhood harm. I have experienced the worst of betrayal and harm by people, especially church people. Yet, I will never harm others. There are two paths to pain: your path leading to you to cause pain and harm, and your path leading you to help others with pain. I am the latter, and I realize that I am being called forward to help people combine the two, understanding how you are harmed and how to draw close to God to help you sort it out. Suffering is hard and painful and traumatic, but maybe it is your path to purpose.